Good afternoon, everybody, my subscribers, my friends, people that like me and people that don't like me. Good afternoon. I've come on here to tell you about a couple of bullies. But first of all, I want to tell you, I watched that Liquid Bullet video last night, podcast with David and Albert on, and the timelines they were talking about, where they were supposed to be and where they weren't supposed not to be by certain people. And good on you, David, for proving fucking people wrong. I'm hoping the powers to be, and you get what you want with that officer with that warrant card, search warrant card, what do you call it, to find Mickey and Jack not guilty end of the day, and they get the retrial they deserve and get some compo. I know it don't vouch for much compo for all the years you've lost in family, but they deserve to get out and have their name cleared, because certain people just keep dragging their fucking name on, accusing them of being the main culprits. At the end of the day, no one knows what really happened today. Hey, we've all had theories, we've all had people feeding us information, but yeah, good on you, David and Albert, keep going. And Lee, doing a good job there, kid. But David, taking out of the bullying, mate. I know it's hard when it's family, you know, they're calling family, but bullies have their upcomings, end of the day. What goes around comes around. So be the stronger person and just ignore the certain fucking loud one. I have done. I've had threats, but fucking threats. When they turn at your doorstep, different thing, but threats. I think they're too old to turn up my doorstep. I think Mark Murray's too old to turn my doorstep. I think he's all fucking mouth. I'll invite him for a cup of tea and I'll take him in the garden and just fucking knock him to pieces. But then, we're not going to talk about them, are we? So I'm going to tell a story about some bullies. Okay, me and Michael. Yes, my brother Michael, the middle-aged one. We do talk. We haven't for a while because of what went on, and I understand that. But on my wife's life and my son's life, it wasn't me that shot Michael. So all the theory that Bernard comes out with about all the recording and sitting and loading the car, it's just load of bollocks, like I said last time. But yeah, me and Michael went down to the railway pub. Michael took Sonia with him. Now, Sonia's on here. She listens to old Brian. How are you, Sonia? And your lads? I bet your lad's in his 30s, late 30s now. Michael's lad. So we went to the railway pub for a drink on a Friday night. Smut was on the door, so I was standing there talking to Smut, and there was 3 lads in there. 2 brothers from Whitmore Way, Ashton and Paul. I think the last name is Dakins, if I remember rightly. We're in there. They get a bit loud, so Smut asked them to leave. He didn't chuck them out, he just asked them to leave. So they left. It must be about 10:30, 11, I think. Anyway, we come to the end of the night, and we walked out, me, Michael and Sonia. Now, as you come out of the railway pub, people will know, just across the road, there's some shops on the corner. There used to be a burger van. So this fat bastard, which I'm not fat, I'll just say that fat bastard, right, was hungry. So I went over the road to get a burger. Michael stood in the car park with Sonia, smooching, kissing, whatever he does. I don't know what they fucking do these days. I'm past it. So yeah, Michael was there. I went across the road, I stood behind this couple in the queue to get my burger, and just on the left hand side of me was Ashton, Paul and this other chap. End of the day, he said it was his cousin, I don't know. So I stand in the queue, then Ashton piped up, "Oi Rolf, what are you doing fucking pushing in, you cunt?" like that. So I turned round and said, "Do apologise, Ashton, I didn't know you was in the queue." And it was left at that. So I got me burger, walked across the road, walked up past the market stalls, shops on your left hand side, a baker's there, I remember rightly. There used to be a nightclub at the start, a gym and nightclub, I remember rightly there as well. So we walked up anyway, past the market stalls. And as you get to the top, go under that archway, like building above you, there's a house and estate on your left, and there's like a community centre or a pensioners place on your right. So we cut through the car park there. As we're cutting through, I'm walking up in front, Michael's still smooching back there with fucking Sonia. And then as I got to the top there, Ashton and Paul come running around the building without me seeing and jumped in front of me, giving me the abuse about a fucking burger and how hard the Rolfs think they are. Well, the Rolsters never fought with Rard. I don't fight, Michael don't fight. Craig is a different kettle of fish. And the way that Craig turned out the way he did was partly me and mostly his mother turned him out the way he was. So I didn't want to fight, so I said to Ashton, look, I'm not going to argue over a fucking burger, mate. And I turned round to walk away. As I turned round, the third man was standing behind me, and he gave me a headbutt on the nose. And if you look at my nose carefully, you'll see a mark on it. That's where he split my nose. He didn't break it, but he split it. So I fell to the floor, being a wimp that I was in those days, a slim lad, good looking, I must say, very good looking. Fell to the floor in pain. And then Ashton and his brother Paul decided to start kicking me. Thought it was clever. 3-on-1, you know what I mean? And then Ashton leant down and grabbed my hand and broke my finger next to my little finger, and it's still not right to this day. So after I was screaming, I suppose you can say, I'll admit the truth, upset, crying, a sort of thing, a man crying, being kicked fucking about like a football, they stopped and walked off. And as they walked past Michael, Ashton decided to smack Michael in the face, which was no need for that. It was no part of the burger argument or part of what was going on. So yeah, he smacked Michael. Michael had a black eye. So I got up, headed to taxi rank back down near the railway station, and I had to get a taxi to hospital to have my finger strapped next to my next one because it was broken. Like I say, bullies. Michael went home. So a couple of days later, Craig come round to me flat. I thought he'd come round to see me, be honest with you, but he come round, he was effing and blind at me. How come I caused trouble and Michael got a smack? And I tried to explain to Craig that it was over a burger. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. They were just 3 bullies. But Craig's Craig. He protected Michael. He thought, well, to be honest, I'll tell you why he protected Michael. We know Craig is John Kennedy's son, okay? And I believe deep down Michael's John Kennedy's son. So and I think Craig and Michael knew that. That's why, or Craig knew it. That's why he protected Michael more than he protected me and my sister. So yeah, Craig come round and give me some abuse, blame me. I thought he was going to hit me, but he didn't hit me, which is one good thing. I couldn't take another fucking smack. And told me if I ever see Ashton and Paul to give him a bell and he will sort it out. So that was left as that. About 9-10 months later, I used to go to Whitmore Way booking shop, bookies, every Saturday morning. Put my bets on before I went to Basman Railway Station, met some of the lads and went up to Upton Park, or I'd have to go shopping with the person that I was seeing back then. The reason I went in the bookies there at Whitmore Way is because the person I was seeing, her mum and dad lived around the corner, so it was easy for me to put my bet on there while she went to see her mum and dad. So anyway, I was in the bookies at a table, writing me about, earwigging to the old boys next to me, see if any tips are going for the day, as I always do, earwig when it comes to betting. And then who walks through the door? Ashton, with some bloke, I don't know who it was. He walked past. I put my head down so hopefully he wouldn't see me, but he did see me because he's not a very good bookies, and stood there giving me abuse, asking how my nose was and my finger, thinking he was fucking Jack the Lad. All the old boys sitting around the table, a bit confused what's going on, you know what I mean? Come out for a lovely day of betting and there's some fucking arsehole giving you some lad abuse. So anyway, Ashton stayed in the bookies. I thought, fuck you. So I phoned up Craig. Donna answered, and I said, is Craig there? Yes. So I told Craig that Ashton's at the bookies. So he said, I'll be up in a bit. And he kept to his word. Him and Tony turned up in a golf car. Craig phoned me. I went outside. I went to get in my car. Craig said, get in the fucking back of here. And we sat there for about half hour. Then Ashton walked out with this bloke. Got in their car. Drove out the car park. Turned left, heading down to the bottom of Whitmore Way, not the town centre end, the other end, before you get to the roundabout. It's a big massive estate, I can't remember what it's called now, and I lived around that way for years, strange, isn't it? And he pulled on there. When he got to the next turning, Craig put his foot down a little bit and bumped to the back of Ashton's car. So they come to a stop. Craig got out of the car with a bat. Ashton got out, and Ashton got a fucking good hiding with the bat. The other chap got out the other side of the car, and Tony got out and stood there, and the other chap got back in the car. Yeah, we didn't want no involvement in it. I sat in the back, and I thought to myself, what's happening here? Because there's going to be some fucking upcomings of this, you know, later on in life. So anyway, Craig battered him for hitting Michael, not for hitting me, and then he got a blade out and slashed him across the face. Now, Ashton's still around. He's about my age now, and when people ask him about the scar on his face, he said he got it at a Chelsea match, but that's up to him, you know what I mean, he wants to. But what I'm getting at is bullies. Bullies have their upcomings. It comes to everyone. Craig was a bully. People think he wasn't. Craig was a very, very dangerous person. Okay, what Fat Man says, he was. He never come out of Rackles to challenge him. Craig would use a tool like someone else used to, but he could use his head and his hands. So he was dangerous. So what I'm trying to get at is, you can go around bullying all your life, but it always comes back and bites you on the arse. So David, I don't understand why people have to threaten people's families. I had Mark Murray threatening mine. You know what I mean? But he's going to do this, he's going to do that, and come on there. Mark Murray can come around my house anytime I want. I'll even meet him if he wants to, and we'll have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. He's a bit of an alky to me when I see him, but yeah, we'll have it. Then I'll take him to the car park and I'll rip his fucking head off, because I'm not that little wimp no more. I got sick and tired of being pushed about, slapped, and many a times I've sat there upset and feel like taking my own life. But at the end of the day, I've turned out the better person. I've got a lovely family, a secure job where everyone thinks the world of me, climbing the ladder like quick as anything, which, you know what I mean, not many firms do that. So David, be the better person, be stronger, and ignore him. Don't feed him like I have been in the past, and he lives off it. It's people like me and you, David, that feed that fucking idiot and makes him not popular, but gives him a bit of credibility in his own little way. We know what he was, we know what he is, and his day will come. It will come. Simple as that. And I wish you and Albert all the best in getting Mick and Jack conviction squashed. I don't think we'll ever find the person that actually pulled the trigger. I have no disrespect for Jasper's statement. I think at the end of the day, the police have a lot of questions to answer, and I don't think we'll get the truth. I mean, Craig could have been arrested on 4 occasions. He could have gone to prison on 2 with a guns when I made the phone call. We know that. But why let him go? Why Pat? So we know Basildon police are the most corrupt bastards going back then. They probably still are. And I'm talking to a DI now, and hopefully he will give me the answers that I need. So I'll let everyone know in time. And I'm going back to work now. There's a chap coming past with his dog, look, waving at me. He must think I'm a fucking nutter. I'll just show you him, because I'm not lying.
I thought you were trying to move it. I thought it's a bit heavy, that.
He thought I was trying to move this fucking big block here. Anyway, I'm going there back to work. I've just skived off to do this. So I wish you all the best. And we'll speak soon. But David and Albert, keep digging, mate. And I hope you get all the answers you want. David, on the end of the day, I hope deep down you destroy him. And Lee, I'm up for a podcast with you this year, mate. But what I'd like to do, Lee, if you don't mind, is come on your show with you, and I'd like you, if you could, get that lady back that spoke to Craig, and let me ask some questions, and I'll ask any question you want to, Lee. We'll have a good old chat. Let me know, mate. See you laters.